Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, epidemiologist, biostatistician, faculty member. And in this segment, I'm trying to go over something that is not quite epidemiology or biostatistics, but more in the terms of kind of spiritualism and everything. So this is quite important. Let's go ahead and get started here. So initially, the goat of Mendes was kind of where the depiction of goat came from, and this was an evil goddess or evil god, Khnum, and he comes from Egypt, and so this was Upper Egypt, depicted as the head of a sparrow-horned ram, and then the god of Lower Egypt. That was sometimes depicted with four rams. So that's the origin, kind of, but there's also different types of understanding. So let's see who popularized this whole notion. Of course, let me go into who Baphomet is. Baphomet is the ruler of the occult, and various types, so esoteric types. So during trials starting in 1307, it's a long time ago, of course, the Knights Templar that killed many people, they were accused of heresy for worshipping Baphomet as a demonic idol. So subsequently, in the 19th century, this kind of became a debate as to where this was originating from, and various occult and mystical traditions. Um, and they stated that Baphomet was a symbol of balance and synthesis. And this is what the Gnostics claimed to be the case. So here's the depiction. This is one of the original depictions from 1856 by Eliphas Levi. And here you can see, and later this got Baphomet has another name called Beelzebub. And so every bee that you can see um, is a is a manifestation of Baphomet. So I'm gonna read this in Latin. Sequenti di aurora apparente altis, vocibus Baphomet invoca vernt, et nos, Deum nostram in cordibus nostris, deprecantes impetum facientes in ios, demuris civietatis omnes expullimus. Um, so basically, this is a way to kind of understand what is going on and on a deeper, darker level. So as the next day dawned, they, inhabitants of Antioch, called loudly upon Baphomet. And we prayed silently in our hearts to God. Then we attacked and forced all of them outside the city walls. So this is a very powerful sort of deity. And so this is the Templars, two Templars being burned at the stake. And so there was a lot of violence going on in the 1300s. Now, let's look into Baphomet in popular English usage and what happened there. And there's debate and speculation by the suppression of the Templars. Now, the name of Baphomet was an old French corruption of the name Mohammed, with the interpretation being that some of the Templars, through their long military occupation of the Outremer, had begun incorporating Islamic ideas into their belief system. Of course, there's debate over that as to what is real, what is not real. It seems like there's some speculation that Muslims were also kind of part of this and worshipped Muhammad as a god, but there were some things that. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that many cultures contributed to the modern day Baphomet, and of course, there's temples all over the United States. In fact, in Pennsylvania, there's two of them. Maryland has one, and whatnot. I'm eager to visit one of these soon. So, what properly was the sign of the Baphomet? And in this form, Baphomet is the destroyer, and kind of a corrupt god. Um, so there's more information about the essay and what he represents, Levi represents. And the one thing that I got interested in is that when I saw this tarot card, I'm like, yeah, I've seen the devil card, and so this was a familiar deity. Now this is from 18th century, so 1700s. So there's some romanticism, socialism became kind of a part of Baphomet, Goat of Mendes, and then Aleister Crowley. This one was a big proponent of Baphomet. And this is in hieroglyphic, and so there's sex magic in there, and that's very important. The sperm and the egg unite into zygote. Um, so Baphomet is someone that I especially appreciate. And so in the Satanic temples, they have a statue of Baphomet. Um, in of the Commandments. In so there's the Ten Commandments, and just right beside that is the statue of Baphomet. Um, so here we go. This is kind of it. This is the history of Baphomet. Very interesting and important cultural element that's there. So typically, Baphomet is a deity that is not to be taken lightly. So that's out. That's all about Baphomet. I hope this has made some sense. Thank you for listening.